So some crazy things have been happening to me lately. This kid was supposed to be coming over to meet my cousin, which you saw in the other video, was that kid, yeah. And because he apparently doesn't have that many friends, which is kind of sad, but after this, you won't feel bad for him. My cousin was really weird with him, but I was like, hey, you're human, let's go and have some fun times, because we're both human, and yeah, let's just do this. So my grandma pushes us to go to the back room to play video games, and so we do, and I start talking to him. We start playing the video game, and he asks us where we live, and I'm like, Washington, and my cousin's like, Maine. But then he's like, I've been to every single state in the US, except for Washington, Maine, and Arizona. So I'm not really sure if he said Arizona. All I'm sure is that he said another state that's similar to that. And for me, I was just like, okay, cool. And I was like, I've been all over the country as well. I drove from Washington to Maine, wah, wah, wah. I've been also all over Europe as well. And I speak a lot of languages because I was in Europe all over it. Oh, was that hard? Learning all those languages? Oh, no, once you live there for about a month, it's really easy. Then you just get Rosetta Stone to learn the rest. And so I'm just eating all of this up, and he leaves, and we're all good or whatever. And then I talk to my grandma, and I say this, and I was like, yeah, he's totally been like all across the country into Europe, and he speaks like a ton of languages. And she's like, Zoe, I don't think he's even been out of the state. And then in my mind, he turned into a lying poop face. Then that made me think, what if he was a total liar the entire time? So, to me, he's not even a mechanic. But the very hypocritical thing of me to do is to say that I love lying. I love it so much. But for me, my lies are so just out there that you know that I'm lying. But another thing that keeps happening to me, which is entailed to this lying thing, is that my great aunt, I believe she is, I said one day, yeah, anyone who swims out there is just, I hate them. I hate anyone who swims out on the pool. And I also went on to say things like, anyone who has kids, I hate. And my great aunt, being a mother who has a daughter who is the mother to 4 children and comes over here and swims, took that a bit personally. So whenever I ask, hey, are the kids coming over? She just has to say, yeah, and you're gonna have to hate them for a few moments. So she keeps bringing it up, and I feel horrible, because it was total out of joke, and I was lying, but she took it personally, and that's how it goes. Another thing that has been really weird for me is the fact that my younger cousin is like me, but 3 years ago. Or last year. But we're not the same in the sense of what we like and things, it's what we do. My cousin gets really weird when talking to his family on the phone, whether it is like FaceTime or literally on the phone. This is how I was a few years ago, which is not to say that it's bad, you just have to grow into it. And so whenever I try and give him pointers on it, he just kind of shoos it off, which is what I would have done years ago when someone else would have told me that, which is perfectly fine. It's just weird. But I've noticed that talking on the phone for me has gotten really easy. I just bring up topics and I ask people about them, and then I interject things about me, which I find really interesting. Because social situations come naturally to you when you grow up. When you're younger, it's obviously going to be awkward and weird, but you just have to grow into it. Growing up is generally just a weird thing all the time. You're just awkward and just this weird ball of mass that just is awkward and just can't mentally figure out what's going on. And then your brain figures it out and you become awesome, like me. So I guess growing up is weird. People lie, and so do I. Danica, I'll see you on Thursday. No.